Good morning. Welcome to this morning's fitness class. We are just going to wait a minute or two. I had to get my sneakers on, and I'm going to share this link a couple places so that people can find us and join us. So I hope you're having a great Tuesday or whatever day that you are watching this video on. As I'm getting ready here in the description, there is a playlist link. If you have a Spotify account, free or otherwise, you can open up that link in your app, on your phone, on another device, and then you'll be able to have some music while we work out. Hi, Kat. Hi, Nicole. So I'm just going to take a moment here to grab the live feed link from another browser so that I can share it before we get started, because I know sometimes people can't find them when they're right here in a Facebook event. So let me just pull that up really quickly here. Share. So good morning to everybody who is just joining us. We will be starting in just a moment. In a group. We'll post. And then we'll So for anyone who is just joining us right now, we are going to be doing a low impact class today. Make sure you have your sneakers, make sure you have your water, and we are going to be doing most of the class standing, but we will do part of it seated. So you want to have a chair nearby that you're going to be able to use. A lazy boy is going to be a little bit too squishy. That's not going to work. So you're going to need a kitchen chair or something like that. I am just going to cue up my music so that I have something to listen to. And if you want to do the same and you're just joining, in the description, over there, I don't know where it shows up for you, I've added a link to a Spotify playlist that you can use. You can use your own music, but the music that I use is actual fitness music. So it will have a constant beat aside from when it stops. So I'm just going to get mine going here. And we will get started. So we're just going to start with a march. Nothing fancy. And then a heel dig. So heel and heel. We're going to reach the opposite arm out in front. Standing nice and tall. So I really do want to encourage you, if you don't have any music going, even if you want to turn on the radio, something, music makes such a difference, especially for a class like this. And let's use both arms. We reach and reach. Still standing nice and tall. And then we're going to take our arms up, reach up, and up. Neither of my assistants are here right now, but I'm sure they'll join us. 4, 3, 2, let's march. Then we're going to glue down our heels, tap our toes. And march. Let's take our legs a little bit wider. We'll add a reach, reach, reach. And take that across the front. While you're doing that, I have to fix my mic a little bit here. There. We're going to take that right into a step touch. So step together, step together. Our step touch is going to go into a hamstring curl. Curl and curl. This cord's too long. Just tuck in my pants. And into a knee lift. Stay nice and tall, abs engaged. Four, 3, 2, we'll march. We're going to walk forward and back with a clap. Starting right here, we go forward, 2, 3, clap, back, 2, 3, clap. I'm just taking small steps so I don't blast right out of the screen, but you make as big of a step as you hunt. One more time. And back to our heel dig. Heel and heel. Let's double that up. So we'll do heel, heel, and heel, heel. And we're going to, oh, I forgot to double it. We're going to reach our arms out. Sometimes when you're doing one thing and having to explain something else, you forget what you were doing to begin with. And we're going to switch this up a little bit. So we're going to reach forward, then up. Forward, then up. So it's still 2 heels. 2 heels. Heel, 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 heel. So far, so good. We're going to switch it again. So you're doing a heel dig, side tap, heel dig, side tap, heel dig, side tap. Tap, 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 tap. Four more. 4, 3, 2. Last one. We'll march. All right. Still trying to get this mic situation under control. There we go. Always going back to our march. We're going to do a few more. 4, 3, 2. We're going to glue down our left foot. With the opposite foot, you're going to step out to the side, shifting your weight, bending your knee, step back in. So you're going to take your time with this. And your stationary foot is staying absolutely stationary. It's not moving at all. I'm going to make my step a little bit smaller so that hopefully I don't make the lights go so crazy. But you make as big of a step as you want. So this is practicing shifting our weight. Super important, not overly exciting to do, but it's a really important skill to have in your muscle memory. Especially when you're social distancing and you have to get out of the way of people very quickly now. Let's do one more. And then we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to take it front and back. So we step forward. This foot stays entirely on the floor. The heel doesn't lift. The toes don't lift. Bend the opposite knee. Step back. Bend the knee. This foot does not move. It's glued right to the floor. You stepped in a patch of super glue, and it cannot move. Uh-oh, everybody. Hi, Rose. So for anyone who doesn't have the joy of attending my other digital classes, my cat Rose always has to be involved. She's quite jealous of the camera and the microphone, I think. Hi. All right, let's combine the two. So we're going to come forward, to the side, back, and together. I know it's not super exciting. That's why it's part of our warm-up. So we're getting our muscles nice and warm. Get a super important exercise like this out of the way at the same time. I can't pick you up right now. I'm going to have to turn my fan on in here. All right, we're going to go around one more time. And then we're going to put our weight in that stationary leg. You're going to bend the knee a little bit. Opposite leg, the leg that we've been using. You're going to tap front, side, back, together. Front, side, back, together. Hi. Your option is taking that into a full balance. Try not to kick a cat. Easier said than done. Rose. So your standing leg's probably getting tired. We're going to do 2 more times around. And then I want you to make sure you know which leg it is you're standing on. And we march. So let's take a quick break before we do the other side. Get yourself a drink, and I'm just going to check to see if we have anyone we need to say hi to. Hi, Pam. Hi, Heather. Hi, Anna Maria, Kathy, Jean, and the other 40 or so people that I cannot see your names. Hello. Facebook only shows me the names of people I'm friends with, so I apologize. But you are welcome. Okay. Let's come back and march. We're going to get ready to the other side. So you're going to glue down the opposite leg, and you're going to step out, shifting your weight, and step in. Step out, shifting our weight, and step in. Oh, dang it. I didn't turn my fan on. I'll do that next time. Hi, Rose. Rose really likes yoga. Don't you? Because she can crawl all over me when I'm on the mat. Speaking of yoga, Friday at 1 p.m., we will be doing a tension release class right back in this same Facebook event. Tuesdays, 10:30, Fridays at 1 p.m., right inside this Facebook event. We are doing free classes. Let's do one more, and then we'll take it front and back. So we're going to step forward, shifting your weight forward, step back, shifting your weight back. Remember, that foot stays totally glued to the floor. There's the wall. And while we're doing this, we always do this Tuesday morning in class, so I always try to have a story to tell while we do this, because it's a little bit dull. But you know, I haven't really left my house in over 2 weeks. So the stories, they're pretty few and far between. But I can tell you that this afternoon in my free Facebook group, the Wellness Simplified Facebook community, I am going to be doing a simple sewing project. We're going to learn how to hand sew a scrunchie. Obviously, it's easier to do it on a sewing machine, but I'm assuming that more people don't have a sewing machine than do, but you might have a needle and thread and a piece of fabric. So I am doing live shows over there every day except for Sunday. Let's combine the two. We're going to come forward, side, back, and together, just to try and help keep people entertained. So after we are done, I will add the link in the description of this video and in the comments. So if you want to join, please feel free. It's 100% free. We just have it as a closed group to keep it a safe space so that we have to approve people, but we pretty much approve everybody. All right, we're going to go around a couple more times. Last one. And then we're going to put our weight in that stationary foot. Opposite leg taps front, side, back, together. Front, side, back, together. Well, once again, you can stay right here, or you can take this into a balance if you're feeling good. Let's do 2 more times around. Last one. And we'll march. Once again, if you want to grab a drink, go ahead. I'm going to turn on my fan because it is a little bit warm in here. Get a little bit of air flowing. And then we'll come back to our march. And we're going to go back to a heel dig double. So 2 and 2. So we're going to revisit what we were working on earlier. If you joined us a few minutes late, this might be new for you, but that's okay. So 2 heel digs, 2 heel digs. And we're going to start by reaching and reaching. So we're going to start right back from square one. So if you missed it the first time or didn't quite get it, get another chance. So we're going to add on to the arms. We're going to do reach forward, reach up, reach forward, reach up. While we do 2 heels with the same foot, 2 heels with the same foot. And then we're going to add on again. It's going to be a heel and a tap, a heel and tap, heel, tap, heel, tap. Four more. 3, 2. Last one. March. So let me know how you did with that pattern. If you're able to get it or if you're still struggling a little bit. But for now, we're going to open our legs a little bit. We're going to bring our arms up and we're going to go into some punches. So we punch and punch. So the hand that's not punching still stays up in front of your face. It's not down here. And then we're going to double these up. So 2 and 2. 2 and 2. Now if you want, you can add a little punch, or a little squat rather, in between. Squat, punch, punch, squat. Totally optional. You can stay up nice and tall. Or four more. 4, 3, 2. Last one. And march. And we're going to go into a step touch. Step together, arms reach, pull, pull. So the focus of this class is largely stability work, range of motion, a bit of strength, and a bit of cardio. But cardio isn't my primary focus. But if you're getting some cardio, I am getting some cardio, that's great. Reach, pull, pull. We are going to make sure we get a little cardio because we're going to take this into a speed skate. So you're going to bring your foot behind instead of together. Arms reach, abs engaged, chest is lifted. skate, skate. You can get lower, you can reach a little farther, or you can stay small. Whatever works for you. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, march. Let's do a toe tap. So opposite of a heel dig, we reach that foot out, reach out, reach out. Both arms press out. And you know how earlier we were doing a front reach and reach up. Now we're going to do one of each. One arm reaches front, other reaches up. Do you think we can go to that double toe tap? Let's try it. Double toe tap. 1, 2, 1, 2. Arms still switching. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to add that side tap. I know my regular Tuesday ladies are all like, oh no, I'm not going to do it. I'm tempted to, but I won't. Couple more times. 4, 3, 2, last one, and march. Get a drink. Let me know in the comments how you made out with that last combination. Did you get it? Or were you still kind of having a little bit of a flounder? It's all right to flounder. I flounder constantly. Everybody's so quiet this morning. Nobody's got anything to say to me. I feel lonely. All right, we're going to finish this off. Take our legs out wide. Hamstring curl. Curl, curl. So when I say we're going to finish this off, I mean this cardio portion. Obviously, we still have 40 minutes class. But you can stop if you want. We're going to double up these curls. So 2 and 2. Arms pull, pull. Keep going. So we're going to do 2 doubles, then 4 single knee lifts right here. Knee, knee, knee. 2 double curls. Another side. 4 knees. Double curl. 4 knees. Curl, double. 4 knees. One more time, double curl. 4 knees. And march. Deep breath in and out. Last one. We're going to do a little side tap. So tap and tap. We reach same arm. Abs engaged. So it's a little twist. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and march. Okay, we're going to make our way to a wall or to an area where we have a bit of space. We're going to be doing some walking movements. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to turn to the side because it's going to allow you to see me a little bit easier. We're going to pretend that we're walking a tightrope. So you're going to try to walk heel to toe. If heel to toe is a little bit tricky for you, just do the best you can. If you're in your kitchen or somewhere where you have a good square of space, go ahead and take a whole square around. I'm just going to walk back and forth this small area so I stay on the screen. If you can, look forward instead of straight down. Unless you have a helper like I do, then you better watch the floor because someone might trip you. So this isn't for a sobriety test. This helps us work on our balance. And we're just going to do a couple more steps. All right. This next time, we're going to be working our anterior tibialis, which is the muscle of the front of the shin. So I'm going to step back a little bit there. You're going to lift up your toes, bend your knees, hinge forward a little bit. If it's okay for you, you're going to come right up onto your heels. You're going to take 2 steps and stop, 2 steps and stop. Or you just lift your toes and walk with your toes lifted. I know it feels weird. That's okay. That's why we're doing it in the privacy of our home and not down the sidewalk. Making sure you are pausing in between steps, because this is a whole lot easier than this. But we're just going to do a couple more steps. And then we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to go up onto our tiptoes. So we're going to lift nice and high, a little bend in the knee, 2 small steps and pause. 2 small steps and pause. So the reason we do all of these peculiar walking patterns is to make sure that we don't get too economical in our steps. As we age, we become very economical, so we start to only use as much as we need to use, which is sometimes you see people walking like this. But if we exaggerate walking like this, walking in different patterns, it helps us keep our mobility. Because when we become too economical and walk like this all the time, we find that we can't do this. We can't lift our leg higher, so we want to be able to do that. On that note, we're going to do an exaggerated walk now. You're going to lift your knee as high as we go. Place your foot straight down, heel, ball, toe. Heel, ball, toe. This also helps perfect your individual walking or running stride. I know it's just a weird walk right now, but overall, excuse me, miss, you want to go? You don't want to go, okay. She's just waiting for me to sit in that chair so she can crawl all over me. One more time. So this, I'm also a running coach. When I have running clients, this is one of the drills I make them do. Okay, so our last pattern that we're going to do, I always call it the penguin walk. It's more of a robot. You're going to stand with your feet hip width apart. I'm going to cough 1 sec. Excuse me. I find that it helps if you put your hands right on the front of your hip bones. There's a little bend in my knee, but otherwise I'm not going to use my knee. I'm going to lift my leg straight up, straight up. I'm staying upright. I'm not leaning side to side. So if I turn, you can see my shirt's kind of baggy here. And you can feel this through your hip, through your low back. And I'm going to walk off screen for a second because there's a cat where she doesn't belong. Rose Tyler. All right, let's march. And we're going to march ourselves right over to a wall. We're going to stand perpendicular to the wall, or you can just grab a chair, something to hold on to. The leg that's furthest from your wall or a chair, you're going to lift out to the side and down. We lift out and lower. You want to keep your toes all pointing straight ahead, slight bend in that standing leg. Chest lifted, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Rose, don't you do it. Three more. Two. Last one, and then we're going to switch legs so you can switch sides. You know you're not allowed up there. I'm going to kick you out of this room. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to face the wall, both hands on the wall. We're going to step back, get a little low back stretch. And then we're going to stand up tall, hands on the wall. We're going to go into a wall push-up. If you would rather do a push-up on the floor from your knees or a full push-up, by all means go for it. Four more. 3, 2, last one. And then we're going to stand nice and tall facing our wall again. I'm just going to turn again so you can see me. And you're going to reach one leg straight back. So staying nice and lifted through the chest. I'm not hinging forward and back. It's just an action through my hip. Squeezing your glute. Keep a bend in your standing leg. One more, and then we'll switch legs. So same thing, other side. We squeeze, squeeze. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then another set of push-ups. Let's go in and out. Go at a pace that feels good for you. 4, 3, 2, last one. And while we're right here at the wall, we're going to do a nice stretch for the chest. So you're going to reach your arm back, fingers pointing away from you. Hand goes on the wall, and you're just going to step forward until you feel a stretch through your chest. Just hold. A nice chest stretch is needed now more than ever with so many of us at home. We are doing a lot of things, whether we're watching TV, on computer, on the phone, doing crafts, activities, projects. They all tend to have us rounding through, so our pectoral muscles get over tightened. So that's why we're going to hang out here just a little bit longer than maybe we normally would, so that we can help stretch those out. All right, let's gently ease back. I'm going to turn around, opposite hand, fingertips away from me, stepping forward just until I feel that stretch. You can keep a bend in your elbow. You don't have to have it straight. But we do want to feel that stretch right through the front. Nice deep breaths. So there's two parts to that postural thing. Pectorals get over tightened, back muscles get overstretched. So it's important that we do upper back work as well. So we're going to do some of that when we sit down. A few more breaths here. And then we'll just gently ease out. Get yourself a drink, and then you're going to find your chair or your stool or whatever it is that you will be using. You're not allowed up here, Missy. No, I know. So I'm just going to grab a drink. We're going to have a seat in our chair, but don't get too excited. You don't get to lay right back on it. You have to stay nice and tall towards the front half of the chair. I'm going to back my chair up. Legs are at 90 degrees or less. We're going to open and close. So we're working through range of motion, internal, external rotation through the hip. You can get on my lap in a minute. I know. You would think if you were a house cat and your people, at least one of them, was home 24/7, you'd have more than enough attention. Apparently not. Let's do one more. And then we're going to do the same thing with our arms. So bring our elbows in. We're going to close and open. So here we're working through that upper back. Maybe give your cat a hug in between. Hi. One more. And then we're going to go back to our toe taps that we did back in the warm-up. But now we don't have to worry about falling over. So we can lift our toes a little bit higher. No. Rose and her sister both had manicures last night. So at least her claws aren't going to get me. They were getting too long. 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, that works that anterior tibialis, that thin muscle on the front of the leg. And then I got to get a hold of this cat. You're going to open up at your toes, heels. You're going to go till you can't go any further, and then you're going to bring it all right back in. One more time. And then we're going to remove our cat. We're going to keep a little bit of space between our feet. We're going to make flat hands. We're going to put it on the outside of our knees. And you're going to lift the inside of your shoe or your foot without letting your knees move. So we're strengthening our instep, the inside of our ankle, the bands of muscle that go around the ankle and down under the bottom of your foot. And the reason we have our hands here is because if we don't, it's too easy to do this, which is not working your ankle at all. So you want to look down at your knees, especially if this is a new exercise for you. People need to see to make sure that your knees aren't moving, because a lot of times they still are. It takes a little bit of practice, but it is really important. And then we're going to do the opposite. So we worked the inside of the foot. Now we're going to work the outside. So we're going to take our feet a little bit wider, make 2 fists. Oh gosh, put them between our knees. And then we're going to lift up the outside of our shoes. So this one physically is more challenging, but it's easier to keep your knees in place because you have your fists there. After this, she's going to go upstairs and ignore me for the rest of the day. Until Zumba, anyway. So a couple more. Last one. And then we're going to extend one leg, do a few ankle circles. And switch. And then we're going to do some sit to stands. So I need to get my cat organized here. Come on, Rose. Oh, she's got my cord now. Oh, goodness. Okay. So we're just going to stand up and we're going to sit down. If you need to use your hands on your thighs, please feel free. If you don't need to use them, don't. So we want to try to avoid just plunking in our seats. We don't want to just drop down like that. We want to even just hover above the seat for a 1/4 second before we sit the rest of the way down. It's those last few inches of the sit to stand that are really important Because if you were doing a squat, probably most people wouldn't go this deep into a squat without falling over. But because we know the chair's there for us, we can go a little bit lower. So we're working that muscle and getting stronger. But if you need to use your hands, use them. I'm going to do a few more. What's our time? All right. We're doing good. Let's do 4 more. Oh, I just felt your collective Uggs. 3, 2, last one. And then we're going to come down on to our thighs. Just have a little rest. We're going to be moving into our stretches here momentarily. We have a few functional exercises to do before we get there. So our first one, we're going to extend one leg. I'm going to turn. And you're going to take the opposite heel and put it on your laces. You're going to draw your heel up towards your knee and back down. Use your hands to guide the leg if you need to. And then we're just going to cross the ankle over the shin. If without using your hands, you can pick the leg up and bring it above the knee. That's okay. And if without using your hands again, you can bend that bottom knee. And yeah, that's a knee. And come into a seated figure 4. You can do that. So you should feel stretch through your hip. If you're feeling okay, like you could go a little bit deeper, you can lean forward a little bit and even put a little bit of pressure on your leg, just not on the knee itself. Maybe walk that bottom foot out a little bit. Now we're going to stay here for about a minute. So lots of variations that are all the here, 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 or here. It's all the same stretch, just different versions. And just breathe. And if you feel like you're being torn apart, you need to come up out of it. You've gone a little bit too deep into the stretch. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. I don't know if you can see, but my leg's doing a little jumpy jump around. And sometimes when people have that happen, they are a little embarrassed and they try to stop it. That is the signal of your body trying to release tension. If you're doing that in a stretch, and it's not, if you haven't gone too far, I'm not too far. I can barely feel it through my hip, but my leg's just a hopping. It's just my body releasing tension. Just let it happen. It's okay. It's good. Especially in a climate like we're in right now, where there's a lot of stress and anxiety. Releasing tension is super important. All right, let's switch sides. So we're going to extend that opposite leg, heel on the laces. We come up to the knee and down. So that's a good segue to talk a little bit more about our Friday class this week at 1, which is going to be the tension release yoga. A lot of people don't realize that when you're under stress, it impacts your body. That's why you'll know phrases like someone feels like they have the weight of the world on their shoulders, or they felt their stomach drop when something happened, or they literally felt their heart break. Our emotions are connected to our body. Let's hold here, or again, you can come up above the knee or bend the knee. And when we're having a lot of stress and anxiety in our life and we aren't dealing with it, or we're dealing with it the best we can, but it's still more than we can really manage, it impacts our body. So our tension release class on Friday is going to help address some of that tension and help you release some of it. So an interesting thing about yoga is sometimes when we have emotional trauma that we don't feel like we can talk about because we're going to lose it, sometimes through movement, we can start to release it without having to talk about it. So if you're feeling really stressed out about this whole thing, the class might really help you. So yoga uses, or I use a process called bottoms up processing, whereas regular therapy goes top down. So they get you to start by talking about whatever's bothering you, whereas yoga starts from the very bottom, grounding you and working their way up. All right, let's bring that leg down, and I'm going to cough again. Goodness. We're going to come into a seated hamstring stretch. So we're going to extend one leg, foot is flexed, little bend in the knee, same arm as leg is going to reach forward until you feel a stretch along the back of the leg. And once you feel that, you can continue to reach or you can relax your arm down, whichever you like. Rose, what are you doing? She's now just sitting over there in the corner crying. It really is difficult to be a house cat. Yeah? Do you want to leave? Are you done with us? You guys weren't interesting enough for her, I'm afraid. All right, let's switch sides. So extend the leg, little bend in the knee, same arm as leg reaches. Once you feel that stretch, you can relax. You want to keep your chest lifted, shoulders relaxed, jaw relaxed. Keep lifting those toes up. Four, three, two, we'll come on up. And we're going to come stand beside or behind our chair. We're going to do our last leg stretches before we finish the rest. So we're going to come into a quadricep stretch. So grabbing onto your ankle, sock, pant leg, shoelace, whatever you can get, or you can place your foot on your chair if you can't quite reach back to get it. And then we're going to switch sides. I'm just going to turn around here. And we do the same thing. So grabbing your pant leg, sock, shoelace, ankle, foot, whatever you can get, or placing your foot right on the seat of your chair. Standing leg has a bend in the knee. And then we're going to go into a calf stretch. So you're going to step back with one foot, bringing your heel to the floor, shoulders relax. You can hold on to a chair or to a wall or nothing if you don't need anything. And you should feel a stretch the lower leg and the calf muscle. If you don't, you might need to bring your leg a little bit further back. And then we'll switch sides. And we'll step in and we'll sit back down. So normally when we get into stretches, I start at the top and work my way down. Today I'm starting from the bottom and working my way up. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in. We're going to exhale, turn to look towards the side wall. Slowly back to the front. Inhale, exhale, look the other way. And we're going to do that again either side. And switch. Slowly back to the front. Hands on your thighs. You're going to press down and round up. Seated cat and cow. Pressing down, rounding up. So anyone who came to my yoga class last Friday, here, it was a chair yoga class. I do just want to clarify that this week's class is not chair yoga. We'll be down on our mats. One more time. And then we're going to come up. And if you have a back on your chair, you're going to grab the back. If you don't, you're just going to reach through your fingertips. And we're going to open up between our collarbones. Get a nice stretch. Slowly come up. Bring your arm out in front. Make a fist. Grab onto the fist. Around. through the back. Then lower your arms, and you should feel an opening in your upper back, like you're creating more space between your scapula, your shoulder blades. And then we're going to come up nice and tall, lace our fingers, press the palms away. And we'll lower down. We're going to do a few shoulder rolls. So we should still be sitting nice and tall in our chairs. And then we're going to reach across the front, shoulder stretch. Guess who's back, everybody? Let's reach the arm back, tricep stretch. And then we'll switch sides, shoulder stretch. Rose, you can come back if you want. And we'll reach back. Come on. And then we're going to reach up and just slightly over. And to the other side. And then as we come back down, this time you're going to lower your ear towards your shoulder. Slowly lift into the other side. Nice neck stretch. Gently lift your head, lower your chin towards your chest. Then we're going to lift our head. We're going to lower our ear to one shoulder, gently down towards your chest, and up to the other side. Just going to do a few of those semicircles. We're going to lift our head, excuse me. Goodness. And then we're going to bring one hand behind our back. Other hand comes on our head. We're going to lower our nose towards our underarm, getting a stretch to the side of the back of the neck. Yeah, I still see you. We'll slowly lift up. Same thing to the other side. Slowly lift. We'll do a few more shoulder rolls. And then we're getting comfortable and we're going to do some deep breathing. So if you are still listening to some music and it's a little bit too peppy, go ahead and take a second and either turn it off or find something that's a little bit more mellow. And then you can come back to your seat. And hopefully you don't have a cat running all over you. You can close your eyes or look down towards the floor. I'm going to focus in on your breath. Noticing your inhales and your exhales. Taking a moment to notice your seat on the chair. Do you feel like both hips are sitting equally on the chair, or are you favoring one more than the other? And as you inhale, do you feel yourself growing a little bit taller through your spine? And as you exhale, do you feel everything just relaxing a little bit more? then starting to really lengthen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. Feel the tension relieving your body. With every exhale, just feeling yourself relax a little bit more. Feel that tension floating away. Nice deep breath in. Big exhale. Nice deep breath in. Big exhale. Nice deep breath in. Big exhale. One more time. Nice deep breath in. Big exhale. We're going to open up our eyes. We're going to reach our arms up overhead and down. One more, and then we're going to finish off with a few last range of motion and dexterity exercises. I'm going to move up closer. Hello. So we're going to reach our arms out in front and palms up, turn our palms down. This is how we're working through our radial ulna joint. And then the same thing, but we bring our elbows in. And then we're going to take our hands, we're going to touch each finger to our thumb, trying to make roundish circles. Finger dexterity. And then the same thing with straight fingers. This is really important to maintain that dexterity through the fingers. And then you're going to squeeze pointer finger and middle finger together, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky, and we're just going to keep going back and forth. We're going to include the thumb. So if you get bored and you're watching TV, you could work on your finger dexterity exercises. And then we'll give our fingers a little shake. And then pointer finger and ring finger. No, middle finger. Pointer finger and middle finger. Ring finger and pinky finger together. Or ring finger and middle finger together. And if you can do both, try and go back and forth. And then we'll give it a little shake. A few wrist circles. Nice deep breath in. And out. And again, deep breath in. And we exhale one more time. And with that, we are finished. So thank you so much for joining me. Tension Release Yoga this Friday at 1 p.m. And I'm going to add the link to my free Facebook group in the comments for anyone who is interested, because we are doing crafts and cooking and fitness and all sorts of stuff there most every day of the week. So if you're looking for some more things to entertain yourself with, you can join us over there. Thank you so much. And also thank you to the town of Kempville for inviting me to teach these classes live on Facebook. I will keep the stream open for a minute or two just in case anyone has any questions. Otherwise, thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. So, There, I just added that comment. Nobody has any questions for me that I can see. So I am just going to end this. Thank you. And if you do have any questions, you can add them in the comments after I will come back and check them out. Bye.